Loading. Welcome to Access the Animus.
Hello everyone and welcome to a new video here on Access the Animus. Today we're going to have a look at all the weekly changes that were made available in Assassin's Creed Valhalla in the last few days with the weekly reset. As usual, we're going to have a look at the new items available in Reda's shop with a focus on the Hearthweru Armor, then we're going to check out the new contracts and the opals they will award you with, and the new weekly community-based and player-based challenges that will allow you to get more in-game currency for Reda's shop. If you enjoyed the video, please consider liking it, subscribing to our channel and turning the notifications on so you won't miss any of our future updates. And with that out of the way, let's dive into the most recent news about Assassin's Creed Valhalla. This week, Reda's items are very much focused on a specific set, that is the Hearthweru one. As you can see, the weekly reset in the in-game shop brought the Hearthweru Armor for 120 opals, the Hearthweru Sail for 75 opals, and one of the Hearthweru Tattoos for 50 opals. To a degree, this is interesting as the more items you get in-game through Reda's shop, the less the store packs are going to cost in the online store, so getting all the items in Reda's shop would reduce the amount of Helix credits needed to get the correspondent packs. So if you enjoy the Hearthweru set and if you're a fan of the less bulky and fantasy items, that's possibly one that might require your attention, although it has to be said that the set itself is indeed somewhat of a reskin of Tier 3 of the Galoglac set from the main game, with more visually appealing colors and some changes here and there, so yeah, you really have to decide for yourself on that one. In any case, this week our pick was indeed the Hearthweru Armor, which we can show you in these few pictures so you can better see its details. Next up we have the new contracts, which as usually will have us wander across England to kill some targets and obtain 5 opals for each of the daily ones and 20 opals for the weekly one. Doing these each day for the entire week will allow you to obtain a total of 90 opals, which in itself isn't that much at all compared to the cost of the items in Reda's shop, even considering the rewards obtained through the weekly challenges. Speaking of the weekly challenges, the reset also added some new ones. As usual, you can find them on the Ubisoft Connect platform and they are made up of a community-based challenge and 4 player-based ones. In the community challenge, we're going to have to win a drinking game, for a total effort required of the community of 1 million drinking games won, while in the 4 player-based challenges, we're going to have to perform any kind of assassination for a total of 100, kill 50 enemies by using a Six, which is the name of the daggers in the game, kill 100 enemies with any kind of weapons, and recruit 1 Jumps Viking. As for the Jumps Viking, as we mentioned in our previous videos, you can usually find one at the docks in your settlement and it will cost you 100 silver to recruit them. The 2 challenges that require to kill 50 enemies with the daggers and kill 100 enemies with any kind of weapon actually overlap, so we suggest you getting your most enhanced dagger, in our case we chose the Sutungur's Claw 1, upgrade it as much as you can, pick another dagger for your second hand, then look for an enemy infested area and kill as many enemies as possible in the least amount of time. In our case, we chose the Castle of Porchester, which you can find in Wessex, and is filled with guards that can be eliminated quite easily if you have reached the required power level of the area. If you haven't, as usual you can reach the training grounds in Fornburg and keep stabbing the various dummies, which is actually what we suggest you doing for the assassination challenge, which this week will be tedious to say the least. As you might know, the River Raids update for the game introduced a bug that doesn't allow players to perform the guaranteed assassinations if they have acquired the shoulder bash ability that can be obtained, you guessed it, in the River Raids mode. So, lucky you if you haven't obtained that ability yet, otherwise you will have to do the quick time event 100 times if you plan to complete this challenge. Lastly, as a minor piece of news, the Assassin's Creed Valhalla page of the Ubisoft Connect platform has been updated with a new section called Smart Intel that on a daily basis can look at your profile and tell you some interesting stats about your game, along with some hints and suggestions as to how to complete the core Ubisoft Connect challenges of the game that you're still missing, with links to some YouTube walkthroughs too. The feature, which in another form was already available for Assassin's Creed Odyssey, still requires some tweaks though, as it is still based on some of the bugged challenges of the Ubisoft Connect platform, so sometimes it might display some challenges that you surely have completed but the platform hasn't registered yet, leading to some unnecessary and even incorrect data. And that was it for today's video. As usual, it's a brief one, especially considering there aren't as many and as fruitful in-game activities based on the weekly reset as there were in the past, but we can hope for the future at least. What do you guys think of this week's reset? Are you interested in the items provided in Reda's shop? Let us know in the comments below. Thanks for watching and we'll see you in our next video.